everybody, welcome to Crafting by the Bay. My name is JC and tonight I'm going to share with you my favorite DIY products. So I'm just going to get my keyword set up here, but when you hop on to say hello, let me know you are there. If you're seeing this part, you're probably catching the replay, so hashtag replay, let me know you stopped by. Tonight's keyword is ball. So let me jump over to Facebook, share this to my free VIP group. That is a group where I have specials, giveaways, insider information. So if you're not a part of that group, just type VIP in the comments and I will send you a private message right here on Facebook with that link. All right, let's see. Hopefully I will be able to see comments tonight. So let me click this on. Okay, let me see if I can get my comments. Okay, when you hop on, say hello so I know you are there. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to be looking over to the side over here to make sure I can see my comments. And then my computer is lagged, so there's a little bit of a delay. So hopefully you guys can see, hopefully you can hear okay. I think I turned this on. Let me make sure. All right, when you hop on, let me know if you can hear me. I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. I do not like the microphone, but when I have my phone turned around backwards, you guys can't hear me. So hopefully it will work okay. Hi, Linda, thank you for sprinkling. Can you hear me? Let me know. Hopefully you can. We're gonna do a fun project tonight. I wasn't gonna do this one tonight and then I changed my mind because this transfer is low stock. So if you are a football lover, you're gonna wanna grab this because it's already low quantity. So we're gonna do this tonight. Hi Brenda, I'm doing okay. It's super hot in Arizona. I believe it. My daughter went to GCU and I loved Arizona, but I didn't love Arizona. I had a love-hate relationship. So let me know in the comments if you like football and who your team is. And tonight's keyword is ball. And then I wanted to show you guys, I got my other box today. And so I got the color of the month. So I got the color of the month marigold. So I think that is so pretty. It's perfect for your fall projects. And then I just grabbed some papaya ink and then espresso ink came out. So I grabbed that. And we are gonna do, like I said, the football. I already painted the round with Waverly plaster because I was waiting for people to get out of the house. So I painted that, but we're gonna paint this so you guys can see how I did it. And then hopefully you guys can hear me and all that. But this was the free transfer. It is already gone. But if you were one of the lucky ones to grab this, I'm happy for you because it is so cute and I love it. I actually have another one coming too, but my husband made this and I'll probably do this with a reel or something. This is not on Etsy yet, but it will be. But this piece is on Etsy already. Oh, 114. Oh, 114. Oh my gosh, I remember that. We actually, so we, like I said, my daughter went to school there, but also we lived in Henderson and Las Vegas 2 different times, and I remember that heat. I remember those days. Brenda, plans changed last night, and my husband and I did not go, but both of my daughters went. So, but he has his party on Saturday, so we'll catch his party. Long story, didn't go. All right, so I'm just gonna grab some gloves here, and we are gonna paint the 'Tis the Season part. And I think this is like $8 on Etsy, but it is it's included in the message tonight if you get the message. So what I do, you guys know, if you use these sponges, I like to use these sponges. That's how I painted the round. So what I do, because they get hard like this, obviously when they dry, so I always wet them first. I always forget to tell you guys this. I always wet them first, and then I use like my fuzzing cloth or whatever, or a towel to dry it out. And then I use the hair dryer a little bit, so it is a little damp, but it's mostly dry. Because I want it just to have a little bit of moisture so it helps it spread it and it's not so like hard. Hi Linda, how are you from Western Colorado? What is the weather like in Colorado? I'm thinking it's probably nice and toasty as well, but let me know. All right, so we're gonna use this sponge and the same color Waverly Plaster. And we are going to, hi Margie, how are you? I'm feeling okay today. I've had a headache all day, but it's very light and I've actually been a little dizzy today and just a little shaky, but you guys, you know, it was a good day. I cannot complain. I had a good day. Very busy. All right, we're gonna paint this. That's probably a little more than I want here. All right, so we are just gonna paint this 'Tis the Season. Right now, you guys, so I lost the fight with my son about getting a motorcycle. He went yesterday and bought one. He did not buy the fastest one. He promised me. So it arrived today. He bought it last night and they delivered it today because obviously he doesn't have his license, so he can't drive it yet. But he just went and bought a helmet. And so he's outside with it right now, and I'm like, he's like, come see. I'm like, no, 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 I'll go live. So, yes, these headaches are awful. Hi, Nancy. It asked to sign in. Do I need to download the app? I don't think you have to have an app. Does anyone know? I don't think you have to have the Etsy app because my husband does a lot of things on the computer with Etsy. So, I mean, the app is easier probably, but I don't think you have to have it to purchase off Etsy. Does anyone know? All right, so now I'm just gonna go back over the top of this. Make sure there's no fingerprints on here. Yes, a motorcycle. Hi, Rada. I'm feeling okay. I have a little bit of a headache today. Hasn't gone away, but you know what? It's fine. It wasn't bad enough to take my migraine medicine, so I consider that a win. So not only do I have to worry about my son being a police officer, I also have to worry about him having a motorcycle. But he promised he would be very careful. Yeah, Linda, that's what happens when they are adults and you can't control them anymore, right? We gave him our input and I'm scared to death of them. I remember a story when a sheriff came to our high school when I was in school, and he said that he arrived on a scene with a motorcycle accident, and I'm not going to say what he said, but it was not pretty. And I even told my son that. Why is this not working all of a sudden? There we go. And his girlfriend is an EMT and even told him stories. We all lost. Penny, oh wow. Does it make you nervous? I mean, my son is a police officer. He's very responsible. He promised he's going to be careful. He is a police officer, so he has to set an example too, obviously. And it is one that's, he tried to explain it to me, but it is not like a super fast one, because he said if he got the one that went super fast or had the most power, he would be apt to want to go fast. So, we'll see. I'm like, I already am I worry all the time about everything, and I just didn't want one more thing to worry about. But when you hop on, say hello, let me know you're there. Let me know if you like football, who your favorite team is. The transfer we're going to use tonight is already low quantity, so grab it if you want it. Here is the color of the month. Mine came today. I love it. Marigold. It is going to be perfect for fall. It's going to arrive tomorrow, Kim. Thank you. I hope you enjoy everything you got. Thank you so much for supporting us. Absolutely. Linda, and I told him I'm not necessarily worried about him. I am worried about other people hitting him. So I'm just gonna have to, I don't know. Oh well. He does need to be very defensive, and he's going to take classes or whatever you do, so that's great. All right, so we painted this, and thank you, Linda, for the stars. Okay, so I'm going to sand these just a little, and then I'm going to wax them. Hopefully I have a sanding block. All right, so I get these sanding blocks at the dollar store. They wear down super fast, but that is okay because I just want a very light sand on these. I just want to make sure it's nice and smooth and there's no like clumpy pieces or anything like that. So that is why I sand them. So I painted this the same way with the same color. I just did it beforehand. So I just want it to make sure it's nice and smooth. So this is just a fine sanding block. And I actually don't think I'm gonna wax it because it looks like it made it pretty smooth. Oh gosh, Penny. Yeah, that would scare me too. Wow. But a lot of times, like we actually, this was scary. We had a young man in the church that we were attending here that we no longer attend, but he was just like, I am not sure if he was out of high school or just out of high school, but he was on a motorcycle and he was going over 100 miles per hour. And he crashed and he did not make it. And so, you know, and because my son is a police officer, he knows all the details of that crash. And I just was hoping that maybe he would change his mind, but he did not. All right, so I'm just making sure all the dust is off these. And so this is what we're gonna do. We're going to do the whole transfer on here first. So I'm going to use 2 fuzzing cloths for this bigger transfer. And usually how I use these bigger transfers, because I'm always afraid they're going to fold over on myself, is I take them like this and I go like this, and then I just pull it out from underneath. So, because if I just rip it off, like earlier I was making sure this cutout fit what my husband cut out, and I got it stuck to each other. So I like to do that when I'm using it just to help. But you just want to dull the stick a little bit. This one has a lot of silk screen, so I'm probably not going to fuzz it like a lot. Hi Joan, I'm doing okay. How are you? Thanks for joining in. Did you guys see the reel I posted earlier with our new heat transfers? You guys, it was the easiest thing I've ever done. And I'm in love with those heat transfers, and I cannot wait to see which other ones they come out with. They are going fast as well. So if you want to try the heat transfers, grab them. All right, so I think that's probably going to be good. Like I said, this one has a lot of open silk screen, and then what I do is I fold it over like this, and I'm just going to remove one of these. And then I'm going to keep the other one on there to sort of help me get this in place, okay? So it's a little bit easier to try to do it this way. And then I'm going to flip it over, and then if I have to adjust it, I will. Okay, see how that one just folded over on itself? Okay, so let's see. I gotta straighten it out just a little bit. I figured. These can be a little hard to get on here straight. So tonight's keyword is ball. I didn't use football because I was afraid that everyone would say football and everyone would get the keyword that didn't want it. So tonight's keyword is just ball. And I think that actually looks pretty good. All right. All right, so I'm going to make sure. This has a lot of silk screen, so what I like to do is push it down as I go to make sure that that silk screen doesn't have any big bubbles in it. And if you do, it's okay, but that's just how I like to do it here. All right, and then I'm gonna pick this up and make sure it is down. And then I'm gonna pick up this side and push it all down too. So these larger transfers that have a lot of silk screen like this, it's not the paint, it's the dust from that's on here that got on here. I should have removed this parchment paper. Okay. All right. So these transfers, obviously they have a lot of silk screen. Take your time pushing them down, and then I'm going to use my squeegee too, just to make sure it is down really good. And I'm not going to chalk this middle part, so I'm not even going to worry about making sure that is down, because I'm going to do that on the cutout we painted. Okay, so we're going to push this down. So the 'Tis the Season is in my husband's Etsy shop if anyone wants to grab that. And then the 16-inch round is on my Chalk website. Okay, so the top part we're gonna use espresso. And I'm actually just gonna see if I can pick this up. And I'm gonna turn it around so it's a little bit easier. All right, so I'm gonna use espresso. We only have espresso in singles now or in ink, not in the big jars, but we do have it in the paste singles that look like, oh, I guess I don't have any right here. Nope. So paste singles, so I put a couple of those in the cart link, or you can get bark. Bark is a little bit different brown. So we're just gonna put some espresso on here, and we're gonna chalk this football. Ooh, my espresso is a little thick. You guys can see my espresso is thick, so I'm definitely gonna do chalk and pull. And I do not like wearing black when I painted with white, because now I'm covered in all of the dust. Oh man, I wish I would have put some water in this. Hopefully it goes through. The thicker it is, it doesn't like to push through the silk screen. So if it's too thick and it's a little bit thicker than yogurt, sour cream, cake batter, you are gonna wanna add some distilled water to your paste to thin it out. So I should have added some. I guess I haven't used it in a while. All right, so now I'm just squeegeeing all the extra off, and I'm gonna put it back into my jar. And you just wanna squeegee it till you see no more lines, just like that. Curious, did anyone get this transfer? All right, so I'm gonna do chalk and pull because this is so thick, I do not want it to dry on me before I get to the bottom. So then I'm just gonna pull it straight up and release it. Just like that, and it's a little thick, and I will show you when I'm done where it was a little thick. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can push it through. Nope, it's a little thick right there, so I might, when I am done, just paint it in. All right, so release it like this because you do not want, what happens is if it's too thick, it dries in the silk screen or it doesn't even go through. So you definitely want to make sure here the paste is the right consistency. I don't blame you, Linda. And I've started not to buy as many bigger transfers either, because most of my customers go for the smaller ones, but I was just like, this one is going to be very popular, and it is. It's almost sold out, so. All right, so now I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do the bottom part. And so we're gonna do this bottom part in the new color, Ivy. And I probably should have already opened this. Ooh, so pretty. All right, so this is our new color Ivy. You are gonna see the difference because my espresso was very thick. You're gonna see that this is just a beautiful consistency. It's gonna be so much easier to spread and to work with. When you first get them, you can stir them if you want to, just to make sure. I know a lot of times when I get mine, they're like upside down and all that kind of stuff, but so here is the Ivy, and we're just gonna go right across. Do you see how easy that spreads? My favorite. I love new paste. So obviously my espresso was too thick. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. This is going to be the perfect green as well for the holidays. All right, so squeegee this off because you want it to be nice and smooth. So you want to squeegee it off always. You always, always, always squeegee it off, okay? Don't ever leave it on there. For one, you're going to wash this transfer. You do not want to wash a bunch of chalk or ink down your sink. All right, so now I'm going to just pull this whole thing off. And it is super sticky, super, super sticky. I guess I could have fuzzed it a little bit more. Oh yeah, look at how awesome that looks. Okay, just so I can wipe my hands, I'm gonna stick this on the backer sheet. What do you guys think? I love it. So you see right here, the paste was too thick. It didn't go through the transfer, and that is where I started. And it was already drying by the time I finished and scraped it off. So I could do two things. I could wash my transfer, put some water in here, thin it out, go back over it. I could use a paintbrush to fill it in. So don't ever think that it is messed up. It is not. Yes, Margie, that is what I'm saying. You need all the colors. I was so excited to open this green. I'm like, this is the perfect green. Okay, so let me turn this around for you guys to show you what we have so far. My computer is so lagged. Like, I'm still wiping my hands off, getting the green off my hands, and I'm still closing the green. So that is how far behind my computer is. So here we go. Here is this. I love it. I love it. I'm not worried about that. I will just probably take a paintbrush and fill that in. So if this ever happens to you, it's okay. Don't panic. Just water down your paste a little bit and fill it in. No one's going to be able to tell. Okay, so now we are going to do the 'Tis the Season, and we are going to do 'Tis the Season in Camel. But if anyone wants today's link message to you, just type the word ball into the comments. My husband's Etsy link is also listed with this and then other things. Hi Nora, how are you today? Okay, so we're gonna do camel for the middle. But what is really cool about this is you could absolutely customize this to your colors of your team. So down here, you could do one color of your team. You could do this and another color of your team. So that is pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna get my transfer here. And very carefully, we are going to put this on here. So this is not paint that came off. This is paint that was on the parchment paper that this picked up. Because you can see, this is even outside of where the round was. I probably should have taken that off, but I didn't. Okay, so now we're just gonna put this under there, and hopefully I will not hit it on any color I should not. Okay, so what is cool about these cutouts my husband does is this transfer is see-through, so you are able to see where you're putting everything, which is so cool. And if you need to move it, you can move it. But I want to make sure it is down really well. So another squeegee. And I'm going to push out all of these air bubbles that are in the silk screen. And there are a few other transfers that I posted in the VIP group that are low quantity as well. And I almost think it's opposite in my view, that this transfer, the new heat transfer that I used earlier on my reel, I almost think that one was low quantity too. All right, so we're gonna use camel for the middle. Oh, you guys, I totally forgot. I need my hot glue gun. I always do that. I thought I was all ready and prepared. But you guys should see some of the things that are coming to my husband's Etsy shop. So cute. I cannot wait to get my hands on some of them. But I'm going to show you one of the ones he cut today, if you missed it when I showed it at the beginning. All right, so I'm squeegeeing this all off. And then we are going to pull this back. Oh my goodness. It's sliding. It's so hard, I don't want to smudge it. There we go. Okay, so put that there. Gently pull this apart. If it gets so stuck that you can't get it apart, put it underwater. Once you put it underwater, it will come right apart. All right. You guys, look at how awesome this 'tis the season. So let's make sure everything is dry, and then I forgot to plug in my hot glue gun. Oh, thanks, Kim. It is a lot of work, you guys. It is a lot of work, especially like these. Like obviously he had to create, like you have to create this. It wasn't already created. We had to create it. Some files he buys, but anything that's chalk that he does, he has to make. Okay, so let's make sure everything is dry. When I see this espresso, I expect to smell like chocolate. It's like dark chocolate color. That green is very pretty, super pretty. All right, do me a favor, heart this video, share it if you can. Even on the replay, I would appreciate it. Make sure you comment. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use some double-sided tape to put that on, since I forgot to get my glue gun situated. All right, I'm just gonna use double-sided tape that I get at the Dollar Tree. I don't usually like to use it because it's puffy and so it doesn't sit flat, but actually it will give it sort of more of a 3D look, so it's okay. Let me see. I almost waited. I wanted to see if I could find some football ribbon on Amazon, but I was afraid this transfer would sell out before I got a chance to get the ribbon, because this transfer, I didn't think that this would be one that would go fast, but it is. All right, so I'm just going to center this in here. I love it. All right, I'm gonna put this back. All right, let me know what you guys think. I love it. And I'm gonna show you, in case you missed it at the beginning, I got my transfer today, so I got my other package that I ordered on Tuesday today, and then I went back and ordered another one, but I did ground on that one, so that one won't be here for a while. This was the free transfer. It is already gone. So sorry. However, my husband made this super cute. Can't wait to do this with you guys, just to give you an idea of how to use that transfer if you want to. This will be available on Etsy. It's not on there yet. He had to mow the lawn, all that kind of stuff right now. So this is not on there. It will be really soon. Super cute. If you love coffee, this will be darling. All right, so let me know in the comments your favorite football team. I have to admit, I don't really watch football, and I didn't initially get this transfer, but on Tuesday I ordered it because I was like, you know what? I have to buy some things that I don't necessarily like sometimes because you guys might like that. And I don't understand football. I probably never will. I like the halftime show at the Super Bowl, and that is about it. Well, not even all the time, because sometimes they're not very good, if you know what I mean. But thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you want my husband's Etsy link to check out his site, just type the word ball into the comments. And you'll get the link messaged to you right here on Facebook. It will also have the link to my DIY website. And I have had a few of you message me about this transfer. This transfer is a 16 by 16. It is one of our bigger transfers. You can save 30% if you become a Perks member. So just check out the Perks member info while you're on my website. I want you guys to get the best deal possible. Pittsburgh Steelers. I can catch that one. I just watched them go back and forth. Exactly, Brenda. Packers, Colts, and the Seahawks. I don't really know. I mean, my husband is from Chicago, so obviously the Bears, they don't really ever do that good, but he's always stuck with them, so, you know. And then for baseball, he likes the Cubs, obviously. So, all right, you guys, have a great evening. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.